isopentane. Have you see here isopentane CH3, CH3H, CH2, CH3. It is 2-methyl-butane. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2-methyl-butane upon halogenation, what number of products you are going to get and what are their percentages? So before going to discuss this question, we need to get a small information. So previously we discussed that as per thermodynamic data, chlorination is fast, bromination is slow. So reactivity order, if you consider, chlorine is more than bromine. Reactivity order, Cl2 is greater than Br2. Whereas selectivity order, Br2 is greater than Cl2. So which hydrogen it has to abstract? Means obviously bromine prefers to abstract more stable means bromine is going to, sorry, part cut cheyali. Selectivity, bromine is more than, selectivity for bromine is greater than chlorine, whereas reactivity, chlorine is greater than bromine. So reactivity means how fast the reaction proceeds, and selectivity means which hydrogen that particular halogen radical is going to abstract, primary or secondary or tertiary. Preferably bromine abstracts allylic or tertiary or secondary or primary, like that. Bromine prefers first more stable intermediate for formation of more stable intermediate, whereas chlorine not like that. Which hydrogens are more available, and ultimate product depending upon reactivity and selectivity. So what amount of product we are going to get, that depends upon these two factors, reactivity and selectivity. Let us take by considering one example here. I am going to take CH3CH, say like this, propane, N-propane. So as we discussed earlier, there are two possibilities, CH3, CH2, CH2Cl, which is 1-chloropropane. Another one is 2-chloropropane, CH3, CHCl, CH3. Now my question is, which one is major and which one is minor? So previously I mentioned that, so from we are getting secondary radical here, and second radical is more stable, and during more stable intermediate, from more stable intermediate what product we are getting, that will be major. So here reactivity and selectivity for chlorine and bromine, primary, secondary and tertiary case, if you observe, 1 is to 3.8 is to 5 and 1 is to 82 is to 1600. This one, that means chlorine prefers to abstract tertiary hydrogen 5 times more compared to primary hydrogen, whereas bromine radical prefers to abstract tertiary radical 1600 times more than primary radical. This one experimentally derived. So chlorine radical prefers to abstract. Of course chlorine also prefers to abstract tertiary radical, and how many times more compared to primary? Only 5 times more. Whereas bromine radical prefers to abstract tertiary hydrogen how many times more? 1600 times more compared to primary. Now here there are 2 primary carbon atoms here. Total each carbon consists 3 hydrogens, total 6 number of hydrogens. That means primary hydrogens are 6, and this carbon is secondary. This secondary carbon consists 2 hydrogens, so secondary hydrogens are 2. So number of primary hydrogens into its reactivity how much? 1. Number of secondary hydrogens into its reactivity for chlorination 3.8. So I am going to discuss for chlorination. Later I will discuss for bromination. Now this one is 6 into 1 6, and this one is 2 into 3.8 7.6, which is 13.6. Now percentage of primary product, if you want to calculate percentage of primary product. Primary product means 1-chloropropane. 1-chloropropane will be how much primary hydrogens? Reactivity and selectivity 6 by total how much? 13.6 into 100. And percentage of 2-chloropropane, how much it will be? So with respect to secondary hydrogen, it is 7.6 by 13.6 total into 100. So this calculation is not a big task. It is simply what percentage of marks you are going to get while you are giving the examination. Like how many examinations you got? 40 marks. And for how many marks your exam was conducted? 80 marks. So 40 by 80 into 100. Just like that. With respect to primary hydrogens, there are 6 hydrogens and secondary are 2 hydrogens. Their number and means selectivity and reactivity 1 and 3.8 for primary and secondary respectively. 6 into 1 6, 2 into 3.8 7.6, total 13.6. Now here percentage of primary means what number? What is the selectivity and reactivity? 6 by total how much? 13.6. 6 by 13.6 into 100. So it is very clear. Secondary will be major product. Secondary will be major product. Now let us come to this one. This one, upon chlorination, what possible number of products are formed? Have check here. Cl2 in presence of sunlight. What are the possibilities here? Say either of these two carbons, both are in same environment. So halogenation takes place at either of these two carbon atoms. Resultant you are getting CH2Cl, CH, CH3 and CH2CH3. This one is nothing but 1 chloro 2 methyl butane. Even though the chlorination takes place at this carbon, that what we called 1 chloro 2 methyl butane, means either of these two carbon atoms you are getting the same product. This one is 1 plus. If chlorination takes place at second carbon, then we are getting CH3C, CH3 here Cl and CH2CH3 plus. If chlorination takes place at third carbon, then we are getting CH3CH, CH3 here CHCl, CH3 plus. If chlorination takes place at fourth carbon, then we will get CH3C, CH3, CH2, CH2Cl. Now, these are the 4 products. Is it true? Only 4 products. Any more possibilities? This much number only. So, still there. If you observe there, optical isomers, which one exhibits optical activity? Here this carbon, not chiral carbon, and this carbon also 2 hydrogens are there, it is not chiral carbon, whereas this carbon is chiral carbon. So it has chiral centers. This one exists as enantiomers, means there are 2 possibilities here. And let's come to this one. Here methyl both are same, that's why this carbon is not chiral, and either of these 2 carbon atoms are not chiral. So with respect to this one, only one possibility. And for this one, again methyl both are same group, that's why this carbon is achiral, whereas this carbon consists HCl, methyl and isopropyl group, that's why this carbon is chiral carbon. Because of this carbon is chiral carbon, here there are 2 possibilities are there. And let's come here, this chlorine containing carbon is achiral, this carbon also achiral, this carbon because of 2 methyl groups achiral, this is only 1 product. So total number of products here 6 products, not 4. If you consider stereoisomers also, we are getting 6. Now my question here is, what percentage each product? Let us assign here, this one is number 1 and this one is number 2, this one is number 3 and this one is number 4. So what are the possible percentage of product what we are going to get? Now check out here. For this molecule, this carbon is primary, this carbon is primary, this carbon also primary. Total 9 hydrogen atoms are there. Out of 9 hydrogen atoms, if chlorination takes place at this carbon or this carbon, same. But if chlorination takes place at this carbon, that is different. So total 9 primary hydrogen atoms are there. Of that, 3 belongs to one category, remaining 6 belongs to another category. Now we are discussing regarding 6. So let us suppose first 9 primary hydrogens 9, and their reactivity is 1. 9 into 1, 9. Secondary hydrogens, how many secondary hydrogens are here? This one is secondary carbon, and which consists 2 hydrogen atoms. So 2 into 3.8, which is 7.6. And tertiary hydrogen atoms only 1 we are having. So 1 into 5, which is 5. So total 21.6 reactivity and selectivity. Now we want to calculate percentage of 1. Percentage of 1 means what? 1 chloro 2 methyl butane. Percentage of 1 is So percentage of 1, here 3, 3, total 6 hydrogens are in same environment. So 6 into 1 by 21.6 into 100. This will be the percentage. And percentage of 2, if you observe, 2 means this one. Here tertiary hydrogen was abstracted. So tertiary hydrogens only 1 we are having. So 1 into 5, 5 by 21.6 into 100. And percentage of 3 product, 3 means here 2 chloro 3 methyl, 2 chloro 3 methyl. Here chlorination takes place at secondary carbon, that is 2 into 3.8, 7.6 by 21.6 into 100. And percentage of 4 also from primary here, but that is different environment compared to 1. So 3 into 1 by 21.6 into 100. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ కట్ చేయాలి సార్, మీరు క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేయాలి. So if you observe their percentages, percentage of 1 means 1 chloro 2 methyl butane is 27.7%, and 2 is which is obtained from secondary. First one is from primary, second one is from secondary, which is 23.14%, and third one is from secondary again. Sorry, second one is tertiary. Sorry, cut cheyali malli. Percentage of 1 27.17%. Here percentage of 1 means obtained from primary. So primary product of 6 hydrogens is 27.7%. And second one, if you observe, second one is from tertiary. So this one is tertiary product, and this one is primary hydrogen by abstracting primary hydrogen. And third one, if you observe, third one means from secondary hydrogen. From secondary hydrogen you are getting 35.1. And percentage of 4, if you observe, it is 13.8. 4 means again from primary. So during chlorination of isopentane or 2-methyl butane, you are not getting tertiary hydrogen abstracting product as a major product. So tertiary one, how much percentage we are getting here? 23.14%. So which one is more? Actually here 35.1 is highest, which is from secondary. That means chlorination not only depends upon selectivity but also depends upon reactivity. Whereas bromination you are not supposed to get like this. So we can say chlorination mainly depending upon reactivity, bromination product mainly depending upon selectivity. I am repeating, chlorination product mainly depending upon reactivity, bromination product mainly depending upon selectivity. Let us consider the same bromination if we need to calculate. For bromination, if we calculate, so we are going to get like this for bromination products. Again 4 products including stereoisomers 6 we are going to get. Now with respect to primary hydrogen, there are 9 hydrogens, 9 into 1 9. Secondary hydrogens, there are 2 hydrogens secondary here, 2 for 2 hydrogens 2 into 82 which will be 64, and tertiary hydrogens here only 1 into 1600, so 1600, so total 1673. Now percentage of 1 obtained from primary. So how many hydrogens are there? Primary hydrogens are out of total 9 hydrogens, but these 3 and these 3 are in same environment. That's why we need to consider 6 into 1 by 1673 into 100, and percentage of 2. Percentage of 2 is nothing but from tertiary hydrogen we are getting. So that tertiary hydrogen only 1 we are having, 1 into 1600 by 1673 into 100, and percentage of 3 if you consider, percentage of 3 is nothing here, this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and again this is 4. 3 is obtained from secondary, so here 2 into 84 by 1673 into 100, and percentage of 4, again 4 is from primary but which consists only 3 hydrogens, so 3 into 1 by 1673 into 100. So it is very clear 100 by 1673 is common everywhere, and numerator highest digit is this one 1600. This product is a major product. Same isopentane during chlorination, this third one will be the major product, but for bromination second product is the major product. That means during bromination tertiary hydrogen is going to abstract, during chlorination secondary hydrogen will be abstracted. That is the difference in between these two. So chlorine follows reactivity and bromine follows selectivity. Okay, this is session 7 content. Hi students, so far in previous sessions we discussed how to prepare alkyl halides from various substrates and different methods. Now physical properties of alkyl halides. Compared to alkanes, how physical properties are varied. As we know very well, alkanes which consists only carbon-carbon single bond, and their reacting sites also less, polarity also less, non-polar we have to say. Being non-polar, generally alkanes are preferably exist as gases up to 4 carbon atoms, like that we learned. Let us see how things are happen in case of alkyl halides. Methyl fluoride or fluoromethane, chloromethane, bromomethane and ethyl chloride. Observe that only 1 carbon containing fluoride, chloride, bromide and ethyl chloride, all these are colorless gases. Others up to 18 carbon atoms, that means C2H5Br, C2H5I and 3 carbons, 4 carbon, 5 carbon up to 18 carbons containing alkyl halides are sweet smelling colorless liquids. Sweet smelling colorless liquids. So what do you mean by sweet smelling? Sweet taste, we know that. So what is meant by sweet smelling? Sweet smelling means once you inhale that, again you want to take one more time you want to inhale, one more time you want to inhale. Such feeling what we called sweet smelling. So sweet smelling liquids, these are all, and after that colorless solids. So less than 18 carbon atoms, so many liquids are there, and moreover CH3F is CH3F, whereas CH2F2 is not gas, and CHF3 is not gas, CH2Cl2 is not gas, CHCl3 is not gas, CHCl3 chloroform, it is a colorless liquid. CHBr3 bromoform, colorless liquid. So CHBr3 yellow color, and only these are colorless gases, remaining all are having color and different characteristics. Let's come to the second point. For the same halogen atoms means you need to consider either chloride or bromide or iodide. Same halogen atoms, boiling point increases with increase in size of alkyl groups. Size of alkyl group means that number of carbon atoms in alkyl group, it increases then boiling point also increases. So 1 carbon containing halide means methyl chloride, 2 carbons containing halide means ethyl chloride, 3 carbons containing halide, propyl chloride. So methyl chloride boiling point is less than ethyl chloride is boiling point is less than propyl chloride. So why like this, sir? Because of compared to methyl chloride, ethyl chloride molecular weight more and size also more, and compared to ethyl chloride, propyl chloride size more and weight also more. With increase in molecular weight or with increase in molecular size, van der Waals forces increases. Because of increase in van der Waals forces, boiling point also increases. Once again, with increase in number of carbon atoms in same alkyl halide, means halogen must be same. Same for same halogen atom, with increase in number of carbon atoms, boiling point increases due to increase in molecular weight or molecular size, further increase in van der Waals forces of attraction. That's why boiling point increases. Let's come to next point. For same alkyl group, now alkyl group is same. For same alkyl group, boiling point increases with increase in size of the halogen. Again same concept. With increase in size of the halogen atom, van der Waals forces more. So even though alkyl group is same in alkyl iodide, alkyl bromide and alkyl chloride, alkyl group remains same. Alkyl group remains same. But this one is iodide. Iodide means iodine large size. Bromide, iodide is large size than bromide, and bromide is larger size than chloride. So iodide to bromide, bromide to chloride, size decreases. That's why van der Waals force of attraction decreases. That's why boiling point also decreases. Now, whatever we discussed here so far, these points are true or not. Let us check the experimental data. I am going to consider methyl iodide, methyl bromide, methyl chloride, methyl fluoride. All are methyl, means same alkyl group. But halogens are different: iodide, bromide, chloride and fluoride. Now, if you check that for methyl iodide, boiling point is around 315 Kelvin. And for methyl bromide 276 Kelvin, for methyl chloride 248 Kelvin, for methyl fluoride 194 Kelvin. That means iodide to bromide, bromide to chloride, chloride to fluoride, 315 decreased to 276 and 276 to 248, 248 to 194. That means with decrease in size of the halogen atom, their boiling points decreases. That means here this point is correct, valid. And let us check that previous statement also. Here chlorides. I am going to consider 4 chlorides. One is methyl chloride, another one is ethyl chloride, another one is propyl chloride and butyl chloride. I am going to consider all these 4 chlorides only. Here methyl chloride consists only 1 carbon, ethyl chloride consists 2 carbons, propyl chloride consists 3 carbons, butyl chloride consists 4 carbons. Now, with increase in number of carbon atoms in alkyl group for same halogen, with increase in number of carbon atoms in alkyl group, what happened? Check out here: 248 for methyl chloride or chloromethane, and 285 for ethyl chloride or chloroethane, and chloropropane 320, chlorobutane 351. That means boiling point increases with increase in number of carbon atoms. Boiling point increases with increase in number of carbon atoms. Now, for isomeric haloalkanes, so its molecular formula is same, number of carbon atoms also same, but their isomers, for isomers, what happens? Boiling point decreases with increase in branching. So more the branching, surface area decreases. Less the surface area, obviously van der Waals force is also less. Here in alkyl halides, only carbon halogen bond is polar, and along with van der Waals forces, here what happened? Dipole interactions only there. Dipole interaction means in case of CX, carbon bears positive charge and halogen bears negative charge. Now this positive charge is going to attract by one more X minus, and this X minus is going to attract by one more C plus, like that. That what we call the dipole interactions. Now, for isomeric haloalkanes, boiling point decreases with increase in branching. So, more the branching, less the surface area due to decrease in surface area. Because of less surface area, van der Waals force also decreases, and along with that, dipole interaction also decreases. That's why boiling point also decreases, we can say. Here you see one bromobutane or N-butyl bromide. 1-bromobutane or N-butyl bromide. And this one is 1-bromo 2-methyl propane. 1-bromo 2-methyl propane. 1-bromo 2-methyl propane also called isobutyl bromide. That is N-butyl bromide, and this is isobutyl bromide. So for N-butyl bromide, boiling point is 374 Kelvin, and for isobutyl bromide 364 Kelvin. So 374 to 364 with increase in branching. Here long chain consists 3 carbon atoms only. Here long chain consists 4 carbon atoms, and there is no branches here, alkyl groups. Here it consists 1 methyl group branch. So branching increases from N-butyl bromide to isobutyl bromide. Hence boiling point decreases from 374 to 364 Kelvin. Now for the same molecular formula C4H9Br, I am going to write one more isomer, in which again 3 carbon atoms are in long chain, and second carbon consists methyl group and bromine substance. So 2-bromo 2-methyl propane, also called tertiary butyl bromide. Tertiary butyl bromide here, because of more branching, here only 1 branch, here now 2 branches. So because of more branching, here what you are getting? Boiling point further decreases to 346 Kelvin. So 4 carbon atom containing alkyl halide, C4H9Br, same molecular formula, and for same formula I am going to write 3 isomers. One is N-butyl bromide, another one is isobutyl bromide, another one is tertiary butyl bromide. For these 3 isomeric haloalkanes, if we are observing that 374, 364 and 346 Kelvin are the boiling points. That means with increase in branching, surface area decreases, hence van der Waals force also decreases. That's why boiling point also decreases. Let's come to next point. Haloalkanes having higher boiling point than corresponding alkanes. Haloalkanes means in alkane CnH2n plus 2 general formula. In CnH2n plus 2 general formula, only CC bonds and CH bonds are there. So either CC or CH bonds are non-polar. That's why there is no dipole-dipole interactions. So purely in case of alkanes, only van der Waals forces exist, but not dipole-dipole interactions. But in case when we are comparing alkanes are having same number. Corresponding alkanes are mentioned here. So 4 carbon atoms containing alkane, 4 carbon atoms containing alkyl halide. If you compare, obviously alkane has less boiling point, alkyl halide has more boiling point. Why alkyl halides are having more boiling point even though both are having same number of carbon atoms? Because of in alkanes only CC bonds, CH bonds exist, and which are non-polar, whereas in alkyl halides CX bonds exist. As we discussed that CX bonds, carbon bear partial positive charge and halogen bear partial negative charge. So this partial positive charge and partial negative charge nothing but dipoles. So one molecule dipoles are going to attract by another molecule dipoles. That's what we called dipole-dipole interaction. So which are much stronger than van der Waals forces. So dipole-dipole, because of dipole-dipole interaction. Because of dipole-dipole interaction, what happened? Boiling point of alkyl halides increases or more than corresponding alkanes. Haloalkanes have higher boiling point than corresponding alkanes due to polarity of CX bond and dipole-dipole interaction between molecules. In between two molecules, dipole-dipole interactions exist. More the number of intermolecular forces, more the boiling point, obviously. So previous classes, so many times we discussed that melting points preferably depends upon crystal structures, and boiling points mainly depends upon intermolecular forces. More the types of intermolecular forces, more the number of intermolecular forces, obviously more the boiling point you can say. Next, boiling point of monohaloalkanes means with increase in number of halogen atoms. Obviously, one hydrogen if replaced by halogen, hydrogen atomic weight is 1. Halogen atomic weight, even though if you consider chlorine, it is 35.5. So if one hydrogen is replaced by one halogen, obviously molecular weight increases. With increase in molecular weight, obviously van der Waals force of attraction increases. Resultant boiling points also increases. Now we check here. Monohaloalkane boiling point is less than dihaloalkanes. Dihaloalkanes boiling point is less than polyhaloalkanes. Now just go to first point. I mentioned that CH3F, CH3Cl, CH3Br, C2H5Cl, these only colorless gases. If with the increase in number of halogen atoms like CH2F2 or CHF3, CH2Cl2 or CHCl3 or CCl4, CH3, CHBr3, these are all does not exist as gases, they exist as liquids. Okay, with increase in number of halogen atoms, what happened? Their van der Waals forces, molecular weight increases, which leads to increase in van der Waals forces, which further, because of that reason, boiling point also increases. So monohalo derivatives, monohaloalkanes boiling point is less than dihaloalkanes, dihaloalkanes boiling point is less than polyhaloalkanes. And next one, fluorides and chlorides are less denser than water. Fluorides and chlorides are less denser than water. So compared to water, the alkanes density is less. And we know, we learned so many times that when we mix with water, alkanes floats on the surface of water because of less density. So these also resembles like that. That's why alkyl fluorides and alkyl chlorides are less denser than water. Whereas alkyl halides with 2 or more, that means what happened? Their mass increases. As we know that density is nothing but mass by volume. Density is nothing but mass by volume. So mass with increase in mass, obviously density increases. That's why more denser than water. I am repeating, alkyl fluorides and alkyl chlorides are less dense than water, whereas alkyl halides with 2 or more halogen atoms are more denser than water. These are the physical properties of alkyl halides.